Hello, everyone. Good evening. I think most of our attendees there, we have a good evening there. So, good evening, everyone. And thank you, Nandit, for such a nice introduction and overview. Also, I'd like to appreciate Pune Tech community for driving so many events and also doing so many sessions and also giving me opportunity to talk about OpenAI ChatGPT, which is one of the booming topic around the world. It has grown the attention of not only IT professionals but every individual, even if they are from any industries, they are really much more interested about this topic. So it has gained huge popularity within few months. Now, okay, so today we will cover like background, then we will know about OpenAI and ChatGPT, how it works, why it is so popular, and OpenAI ChatGPT with applications and its examples, how to use it. Also, a bit of some discussion we'll discuss about ChatGPT versus Google and how to integrate this with any application. For today's session, I'll use the example of Blazor app, but you can use it with any other application. Process will be same. Also, like we will discuss some of the use cases that we can apply to different industries and some possibilities and risks with ChatGPT. With me, I'm Rizwan Ansari, Application Development Manager at Tech One Global, Philippines. Uh, I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft MVP, C Sharp Kernel MVP, and also I love exploring different technologies, mostly software architect with .NET and Microsoft technologies. I love to write blogs, article, community speaking, as well as like uh, running some training likewise. So let's see the background of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, we all know it's been developed by a company called OpenAI. OpenAI is a research organization and technology company based on San Francisco. It was founded in 2015 by Elon Musk, Sam Atom, Craig Buckman, and with some other guys. So the main goal of the company is to develop or like promote friendly AI in a way that it can benefits humanity. So this is not their first product. With that, they have several other products as well. Now, the core investors of this organization are like Microsoft. Obviously, even they have now increased their funding for this OpenAI, and also I think they are bringing this into their own platform as well. And Red Hoffman's charitable foundation, Khosla Ventures. This information even you can find in their site. They have some other products also like DALL-E 2. So DALLE2, it's also a AI-based system that can create a realistic image and art based on description. That description you can write in human or natural language, and it will give you the image based on those description. Also, they have OpenAI ChatGPT 3 or also 3.5. So it is also AI language model that can generate human-like text based on the input. They have also OpenAI Codex also. This is also one of the product that is these all most of their I think AI most of their algorithm is using reinforcement learning platform. So with OpenAI Codex, it enables you to build a kind of intelligent applications, generate code, even to modify or check the error of the code likewise. They have also one another product called OpenAI Gym. It is also a toolkit for developing and comparing reinforcement learning algorithms. They have also another product, OpenAI 5. This is also AI-based system designed to play video game like Dota 2, demonstrating the potential of AI to work collaboratively and make decisions in complex environments. They have some other environments also. They have some other products also like OpenAI Safety, OpenAI Spinning. I actually did research and I found these are the list there. So OpenAI API, they have also, this is also a cloud-based AI platform that enable developers to build and deploy intelligent application, integrate with the APIs, and do the request and get the response. Now, ChatGPT. Um, this is one of the product of OpenAI. ChatGPT is highly capable chatbot that is using GPT now 3.5. Earlier it was using GPT 3. GPT is a short form of generative pre-trained transformer, and it is beyond the language processing. It's not just the language processing. So ChatGPT is a powerful language model developed by OpenAI, and it uses deep learning techniques to understand and generate natural language, making it a useful tool for variety of applications like we can use it for language translation, text summarization, conversation. So interact in a conversational way. Now, the key features I found with the ChatGPT is mainly two main feature. So it has a several other features, but these two key features make it more popular, and that is one reason people are now appreciating it. So first is ability to generate human-like text. This is one of the thing, like the ChatGPT will give you response in such a way that it's very easy and understandable, quite comprehensive. The way you need, the way we human being need, it gives the response in that way. So that's why we call human-like text. Also, another feature is like it understand the context of the conversation. It's not like a traditional like whenever you ask something based on that it will, but in it you can make it as a conversational. You can ask one, or you can discuss with the. It's like you can discuss with the chat GPT. You can do the follow up with them. So, and this is the reason like it is getting more popular, because people like, it's not like I search for something, I got the answer, then I search for another thing. Instead, that you can make it as a conversation. You can do follow up. You can follow your like we do conversation with a human being. So it is more like that. And it is achieved by training the model on massive data set of written text, massive data set, and it allows us to based on that it has learned the patterns, nuances of that human language. So this is why this ChatGPT is well suited for the tasks such as text completion, where the model can predict the next word or phrases in a sentence based on the context. Now, uh, now it is in preview mode, and it's completely free. So that is also one reason for getting it popular, because since it is free, everybody can go and log in and just explore the tool. So with that, what happened, like actually the reason is now because of this exploration, people it since it is free, people are going and using it. So it helps this tool also to collect and learn about its strength and weakness of the open chat GPT. uh, it uses the RLHF, which means reinforcement learning from the human feedback. So these are the some things that we can know about ChatGPT. However, there are few things that cannot be achieved through ChatGPT as of now. It cannot produce any video, sound, or images like its brother DALL-E 2. Uh, but instead it is in-depth understanding of a spoken and written word. Mostly it's a language, or it's a text or conversational kind of AI bot. Now, this is the process that it follows. This is the algorithm they have. So I found it from their own website. It gives the response based on these three steps. It collects the demonstration data and train a supervised policy. This is like a step, mostly like even better than me. The AI who has a background of AI, they understand it better than me. And it collect and compare the train and renew reward the model, optimize a policy against the reward model using the PPO reinforcement learning algorithm. With the several iteration of this process, the output we are getting is ChatGPT. So it's all over the internet, every news feed, every articles, everyone is discussing about it. Not even like technical people. When I'm going to my office, even I'm talking with my colleagues, they are discussing about ChatGPT. They want to know more about it, how we can implement it, or they are even enjoying it because it can help some of their context. Even they are getting some of the ideas. Even they can ask any question. Even they are using it for some documentation. So it is popular because it is one of the novel chatbot we can see. Like so far in up to now, we have not seen this kind of a fine chatbot, like which can respond someone in such a specific and the way we want. So it is one of the innovation in AI, and we have not seen so far this kind of invention. That's why also it is getting so popular. And the main context, the main point, and the main attraction of this ChatGPT is human-like text generation. So this is also one reason, and contextual understanding and accessibility, since it is a preview free, so everybody has a opportunity to go and explore. If it was like, let's say, released with a paid version, I think very less people will have paid and gone and use it. So since it is a free, so it's accessible to everyone. And also it is trained on massive data set, so and it's a versatile. Another advantage is it's a versatile. Why? um, Most of the tools like we have seen in earlier days, it is comes with some specific area. Like let's say some AI innovation can be in the area of health or education, or can be telecommunication. When it comes to ChatGPT, it covers almost every industries, so it quite versatile. So this is also one way, like not only the people who belongs to IT, they can only interact. Even the people who belongs to sales can interact. Who belongs to health industries, who belongs to any other industry, they can go and interact, and they can use this chat GPT. Now, applications, so you can find several applications that is mentioned already in their own blog. I just got few days back, I was going to research and I found like they have already shared several requirements which ChatGPT can cover, like text completion. So it can predict a new or next word or phrases in a sentence based on the context of text, make it useful for the text completion. Language translation, obviously, somebody if want to convert language from one to another, that we can use it. Text summarization, this is one of the best, one of the good, like let's say we have a long text, so we if we want to know the summarize, then that we can use for it. Also, but it's best for, I mean, it's really getting popular for creating code and modification, also for correction of that, optimization of that. It can be your virtual assistant, which can means you can. It is a kind of advanced chatbot which you can use to respond the natural language input and human-like way. So you can discuss about, let's say, customers service. It can be used in customer service, e-commerce, entertainment, with minimum effort. Also, it can be, it's already being used for several content creation. So you can generate the context, you can generate, and you can use it also. You can automate that content creation, content modification. You can use it for writing article, stories, even poetry. So ChatGPT can be fine-tuned to even identify, filter out the harmful and inappropriate context that human use that user generate in the content. So that also we can use it to modify that one or to prevent those things. So also we can use it for sentiment analysis, language model fine tune. I also in the on site, I took this screenshot from their on-site, like they have like use case for Q&A, grammar correction, summarization of second grader, natural language to OpenAI, text to command, English to other language, natural language to script API, SQL translation. Also, these are like Python to natural language, movie to emoji. So let me show if I can show in their own site. Let's search OpenAI.com API. If we go to the examples, so you can see all these examples are there. Several examples are there. And they have given example of each also. Like for example, if I want to use lesson notes to summary. So turn meeting notes into summary. They have even given a use case also and how it responds to that use case. So you have already one example and context and also how to use it. So almost the use case is I have seen the implementation or writing is almost similar. So if you see some other example like essay outline, so generate an outline of research topics. So you can just create your write an outline for an essay about Nikola Tesla and his contribution to technology. So response you can get something like this and also how to use it. So all these they have mentioned in their blog already. So how to use ChatGPT? I think we all know. I don't want to discuss much. Just you need to log in into this ChatGPT OpenAI and ask it whatever you want, and it's free still. So you can just simply log in and start. So you can ask the questions and you can ask your follow-up questions. Even I use it for several purpose. Let's see if I can show like logging into one of my VM. It's this. Sometimes we find it a bit slow. There can be several reasons behind that. The first thing is like uh, it's bit new and many people are using it. So I don't know why I cannot.
This is funny thing, right? ChatGPT is asking us, "Are you human?" we should be saying them, "Are you human?"
Yeah, and also like this day earlier, like when it came like those day when we were using it was a bit faster. But recently I experienced like it is really slow and most of the time when you are asking something, you need to close and again log in, try again and again. So like I think here also it's the same case. Let me just log in and check again. Verify you are human. Okay, until it come, we can discuss other thing because I say sometimes it is really getting slow. Uh, there can be several reasons. First thing is, as I know, like one of my friend was saying, the reason can be like they are now productizing it, so now it's free. Soon it won't be free. So this is also one reason they are migrating. And another thing is they have a huge people like using it, so that can be also one reason for it to get might get slow. Yeah. So it comes like this, and simply you can ask the question instead. I will just try to open one of my conversation. Yeah. So I did one conversation. Okay, what is Azure DevOps? Then how to do CI/CD. Then I asked, can you create a YAML file for that CI/CD for .NET application? It created the file. Then how to deploy this in Azure App Service. Then it showed me the steps. Then I asked me, can you create a YAML file? It created the YAML file. And I did follow-up question how to deploy this on-premise Windows server from Azure DevOps. Then it gives me steps, then details with the interface for above steps. Then it gives me like how you can go and do this. Then later I again ask, okay, YAML file for above steps. So it's pretty easy when it's giving me help for like if I want to use it. So this is how this chat GPT is. You can just communicate in conversational way. You can ask one after another. Even you can ask follow-up question for the previous one. So chat GPT versus Google. This is one of the really topic that rotating everywhere. Many people are saying now it will replace Google soon. It's a controversial, many articles. If you sign, see, people are saying, is it threat to Google? Likewise. So let's see how Google works. So we all know how Google works. When we search something, we get thousands of the web pages. Based on that, the search result comes, and it is purely based on the keywords that we put there. So whenever we are searching for something based on the keywords, whatever the articles available over the internet, it will just pull out, give us all the results. Now we need to go and search one by one that articles and look for the information we are looking for. So sometimes, we forget a kind of, frustrated. Sometimes we are asking something, it will give you the list of results, but we will not be able to find that exact answer. So what we do, we so go and check first five articles, first two, three articles or over. If we cannot find the exact answer, then we will go and again change the keyword. We will write the same search in different way and try to get some more results. Again, we go and search. So for here, it will just give you the list of articles and we go and search our answer manually ourselves and we verify ourselves. Okay, this is the information I'm looking for. ChatGPT is a bit different with that. We just ask the question, it will give us one specific answer. It will narrow down what we are looking for. That it will give you exactly what we need. So this is how it works. It is not based on the keywords, but based on the sentence. It will based on our question. Sometimes, Google search are being manipulated with some kind of exploit SEO. Even the informations are not there. They write they make the website SEO so strong that it comes up like lots of advertisement. Even I remember like the results for Google's that we were getting like 10 years back, and now it's much more manipulated. Like it's completely like the expert who is coming from that SEO background, they can manipulate it with the keywords. So several articles comes based on those keywords. How ChatGPT is not like that, but it is also learning from some of our questions. So more specific, organized with the response. We can do follow up. The best thing is the we can follow up based on the previous question and the unique response quite a specific. But there is some problem also with the chat GPT. Like we are getting response, but we don't have any links or citation, or we don't have any, sometimes we can say authenticity. Let's say we are getting one response or we are getting one results. It can be incorrect also. It happens actually. One of my one of our example I can say, like I was looking for some integration, so I just asked in ChatGPT, I want to integrate this in ASP.NET Go. The result it gives me, it was very excellent, like step by step. You just create application, create controller, create service class, write this code, then use this class in your controller. This is your view. I was very impressed, but when I tried in my application, it did not work. For some reason it did not work. Then I was wondering why it is not working. I asked him, it is not working. It did not give me that appropriate response. Then when I have to again go back to the Google and search the same thing. Then the best thing is like Google's comes with articles, which means it has been written by someone. We have the reference, we have like that author, so they might have tried it, tested based on their results. They write the article, we write some articles we are writing some articles. So what we do, we write before writing any code or anything. First, we do test in our like we do it, we test it. Even we write, we give the source code for in the GitHub. So we have tried it, we have verified it, and we give a kind of another thing I was missing, like. It gave me the result, but what I later observed, like that code was outdated. I mean, that can work for .NET framework, not for .NET Core. So that is also one reason. Like the result maybe you get is not. We cannot say, like I cannot say it is incorrect, but we cannot say it is also 100% correct. So for that, now how can we verify it? So we will test it. Like for that, I got frustrated. Why? Because I tried that code in my application, it did not work. Then I asked another way, it gave me another set of another code. I tried that, also did not work. Then again, I went to Google, but in Google, I find some of the there are lots of contributors, no? So they do test, they write, they give the answers based on their test results. So with that, we can do, and we know, yes, which version of .NET Core it will support or it is not going to support. So these are the things we can find from the Google articles, which we miss in ChatGPT. Uh, Integration is quite easy for ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT, I'll say OpenAI. The API's name is OpenAI. We can easily integrate it with any application. Since it is a API, we know how to call the API, how to get the response. So with that, what you have to do is here, like first you need to log in their site, that OpenAI ChatGPT, and you'll get one API key. With that key, you can call the API. Also, one example also. Um, Let me again share my VM. So here, if you go, no, actually we need to go to. Hmm, if you log in from here, after login, you'll have option to generate your API key. So from here, if you go view your API key. So if you go, you will be able to create new key, or if you have already created, you can go and manage it. So with that, you'll get a key. That key we can use to, call the API. Now I'd like to create one simple application. Uh, Just let me again connect it. Yeah. So what I will do, I'll create a new solution. Just quickly, I'll try to show how you can just integrate it. I already tried with one of the Blazor app. I'll just, or even I can use the same solution with, instead of creating, I can use the same application, just the sample I can show. So only one of Blazor application, but even if you do in the others, also the same. So you can do in multiple ways, and also I found there are lots of packages available. Those are not like coming from OpenAI. AI. These are like many users or many like contributors. They have published the packages, which will make easy for us to use the chat or OpenAI APIs, which means like just a ready-made you can just call with some of their predefined way. So you can explore that also lots of, and they have also shared their GitHub also like with those packages. Lots of I think available. We can find it easily. But I'm using one OpenAI lab package. So with this package, I'm going to call the request. So here is my API key, which I will have to delete it since it is already set. So this is my model. This is the common model like they are sharing. Even earlier when I showed that everywhere, if you see the model they are using is this is the model. So model name we're gonna pass here. So I have created one simple one service and its interface and implementation. With this implementation, I have created a GET response and this is my message. So whatever the question I will ask with this package, they have given a simple way to do it. Like I can authenticate my API with the API key and the result I can just simply call the create a completion async. With that, whatever I'll get, I'll just the first part will be the text that will be my response. So this is also one way like I can just simply call and now I can use this function anyway. Another one I used, I created my own. I will not use it if I don't want to use any packages. That's also okay. What we can do then in that case we have to create some DTOs or model based on their response input and response output to align so that we can map it easily. So this is the completion request they give us. So based on that completion request, if we want, we can pass the model name, prompt, the maximum token. These are the some properties we can define. And response, for response also we can define a model. The way they are giving the response, this is also one way I have created the model exactly in the same way. Now, how I have used it, I'll create one request. For request, I'll pass the model name from my variable. Maximum token I can define. Model is already there. Uh, these are some parameters which you can pass. And then my prompt is here. So prompt is passing into the prompt. Prompt means it is my query. So now with that, I'm doing a simple HTTP client request. I'll call the API completion. I'll do the authentication with my API key. And whatever the response I'm getting, I'm just deserializing with this my response DTO. And finally, I'm getting the response. So this is how you can implement it. And I have implemented one of the chat GPT here. So simply I have put one text input to get the question and ask me. And based on the response, I'm just responding it. Let me run this. It's loading. So this implementation, I have used Blazor. If you use any language, the process is same. It is not going to be different because you have to pass your API key for authentication, authorization. Once you are authorized, then you can use HTTP request and get your response, and you can formulate in any way. So this is one way. Like if I ask anything, let me. Here is one. If I can ask, why skies? So, so let me ask. It actually takes some time to get response. The experience is quite slow. Like it takes use time. Sometimes it takes more than like 50 second also like to get the response. So until the response is coming, we will just park it here and we'll go back to our presentation because I don't want to just spend time on waiting this, but we'll come back to see the response. So simple integration is that there is no any complex way, but when we are integrating it, let's say one someone asking, okay, what why we use it, so it depends upon your use cases. You need to know the use case why you want to use chat gpt in your application. And also I think sonit is already microsoft has published one of it cost, so you need to analyze that cost also. So we will discuss some of the use cases. Another thing I would like to discuss here is ChatGPT can be one cyber security related. Also, there are something that we can discuss. So first thing, it will be easy for Novik attackers to create new trojans because the bot will be able to write the code and give the sample code. Subsequently, they can explore some hacking process also. So it is quite easy to for malware creation. Malware also we can use it for analysis of the malware also. Phishing also like there is a term I saw somewhere in some article, bot controlling bot. So it can manipulate several bot also. Vulnerability search we can use it for that. Also like if we take it positively, so we can use it for security consulting. And also we can use for some malware or phishing analysis. Those are some things we can do, but for sure like people can use it for more scams. I'll go back and check if my gpt has responded or not. So sometimes this happens because still it is in preview and I think the request might be higher. So let's discuss some of the use cases based on different industries. Now, if we see education, I saw lots of controversy is this like, should you school ban or embrace this technology? Uh, this is also one kind of, case people have like, they should allow this in a school or they should ban it. So let's see why why this controversy come. So first thing, it is quite quick and efficient and very easy to use. Nobody need any kind of technical, knowledge to use it. It's very simple, very easy to use. It can solve any mathematical problems. Many you can get answers related with history, science, or any other question. We can use it for doing our assignment and homework. So it can be a kind of assistant, or it can assist someone to complete its assignment. Uh, it can help them to do their homework. It can improve language skills since it is a language, so we can use it for learning different languages. It is outlined by grammatical principles, offering practices. So ChatGPT can assist a student to get to be better in their language or even to better with their grammar vocabulary. Additionally, it can assist even pupils to locate and fix the frequent grammar errors in written text. Also, like if somebody want to learn different language, so it can be one assistant for them to teach a different language. Language translation can is very easy with this. It can help us also for test preparation. If we have any test coming up, we can use it for preparing that. But there are some issues like if we start using it, like even I have seen a real example nowadays in some of my even colleagues are becoming like this. So anything come up, first they are going and searching in chat gpt. So instead of doing their own analysis, they are first going and verifying this with the ChatGPT. Okay, whatever the things that I'm going to respond, whether it is valid or not, they will go and search them. So it might can affect their, critical thinking or problem solving skills. It can be even this can affect same thing can affect even to the students, those who are doing the education. So if they depend upon the ChatGPT, their critical thinking, problem solving capabilities can hamper. Another one is plagiarism. We have some tools that can, detect the plagiarism, but when it comes to the response of ChatGPT, those tools will not work because those tools are not developed based on the ChatGPT algorithm. They cannot understand the algorithm of ChatGPT. So what will happen if some research paper or some assignment or something, or even some article, people just ask from the chat GPT and copy it and publish it, we cannot find the, plagiarism. This is one of the main disadvantage I see with the chat GPT. So what will happen? Uh, we cannot, because that the tools which were developed for plagiarism cannot understand. And every time when you ask even the same question with the chat GPT by different person, the response is coming in different way. It has its own language capabilities, language. It's a human like text. So every time it will give you the new response and a different way. So we cannot find whether it has been copied with chat GPT or it is your own written. So this can be another thing. Another thing, the response we are getting in the chat GPT, we cannot know what is the reference of that response, whether it is given by some person or it's a, because it has been trained based on the data set, but those data set we never know the references. So we want actually, as a for us to verify anything, we need to know how, from where this article is being referred. Like for example, if we are asking any medical related question, how we will know whether that answer is correct or incorrect, and where it is being referred, which doctor has suggested, or where which research team has suggested this answer. So these are some, controversial we have when it comes to educational industries. IT and software, one of the best industry that is going to, use it for several purpose. Like we can use ChatGPT or OpenAI for automating several supports that we do manually, because it has its own capabilities. So we can use it, since it is a AI powered, we can leverage its application in various way. Even we can use it in customer support, even like we can use it in writing code or generating some code sample, or even if we have something wrong in our code, we can ask to fix it also. Data analysis, we can use it for data analysis. Also we can use it more in DevOps. Like DevOps is itself for automation. Mostly we automate our, release and build pipelines. We build pipelines. We can use it for some advanced automation there also. We can use it for different security, like configuring different security. Maybe ChatGPT can be one. We can use it for that. Even project management, we can use it in several project management. Mostly those are, I think it is not big deal for ChatGPT to manage, to remind for tasks, to create the project timeline, to summarize the project, to create some kind of, insights of the project. So those can be done. And technical and non-technical documentation. So earlier it's Nandip said, like we don't need documentation now because ChatGPT is there. So even people are using it for technical, non-technical documentation as well, because whenever we are still now we are in the area, like we are sharing several technical documents with the different clients, and if for different application we have a different documentation, different technology, different technical documentations are there. So we can use ChatGPT to generate those kind of technical documentation. Or even you don't need, you can go and directly search into ChatGPT those steps. Or we can use even for, testing automation, validations, several automation we can use it. Yes, and health, yeah, we can have also its applications in the health industries, like It can be your virtual assistant, which means like if you have any kind of health related issues, you can go and ask. It will give you a response. It will give you some feedbacks based on the symptoms. Also, it can you can ask what happened. So it can be your health assistant. It is not your ultimate health assistant, but it can be a kind of preliminary assistant to do a kind of initial screening, those things. Patient preliminary scanning, like let's say if you have some symptoms or something, so instead of directly asking to the doctor, you can get a preliminary scan with the chat GPT to get this one. Also, medical records summarization. We have several medical records. Even for the one patient, we have lots of history. So instead of having those all history, in medical fields, we can use it for summarizing those medical records so that it will be easy and it will be time saving for doctors or for health workers to do their process bit faster. And obviously it can be used in medical research. Even medicals also, it can be used for several process automation, decision support, even for diet planning. We can use it, like if you need some kind of diet plan, you may can ask with chat gpt, and you or you can use OpenAI to get that that feedback. Yeah, and again, let me check still if my response is not there, then something wrong. Still it is happening. Let me go back to my solution. Step what I will do, I can show in another way. I is Let me ask the same question. Even anything if I ask if it's on what I will do this time, I'll put break and I'll just ask the question. I'll go through the word and check if why I'm not getting the response. Okay, response is here. Okay. Let me check the response how it comes. Yeah, there is a choices. Yes, I have a response here. So what I can see, let me see the visual. The sky is blue because the way sunlight interacts with the atmosphere. Sunlight is made of all the colors of rainbow, but this is one of the answer that ChatGPT has given. So that's how we can use it for to explore several things. I asked just a normal question, but we can use a kind of specific questions like to solve some coding problems or mathematic problems or even problem with some of health likewise. So this is how the response is there. And if I ask same question again, the response will be different. Maybe the response will be same, but the way they will present it, it will be slightly different. So let me go back to our slide. Yeah. Now we already know it is coming with Azure OpenAI service. So I tried now even today also I tried. I'm trying this from few days if I can create from the Azure platform. Still, it is not available there. There is option if you click create, it will ask you to fill up a big form based on that. Like it asks for lots of questions, purpose, industries, likewise, and it is not directly giving us to create from the Azure, but soon it will come because I think all these migration bringing into Azure, when it comes to the Azure, then it has its own security and compliance that will be followed. So with that, it will make a bit safe and secure to use it. So because of that, I think it is taking time to come into Azure services. Now, ChatGPT, this is one point I put like for discussion. Um, as I said earlier also in the first part, like authenticity is the big question that we have with the chat gpt. I'll give one good example, like one of my colleague, it happened exactly like yesterday, not more yesterday. I was having one communication with one of my client, and They were asking, like we were discussing of one technology implementation, so they had some cross questions I was discussing. So they were asking for some option whether these are the things it is possible in with this the current technology. I said now it is not possible. Earlier it was there. So, but before that, they when they asked this question, one of my colleague, he just went to ChatGPT and asked, and he got the answers, and he said it is possible. Then instead of one thing he did great, like he did not directly respond to the customer, but he shared me that message separately, one-to-one chat with me. Okay, he shared me just I found I think it is possible. These are the options. And I checked that I found like the options is there, but I can clearly because I was confident about that because these options were available in the previous version of same product. But now these options are not there. They have already stopped this from the like 6 7 months back. They already stopped those features. So what happened? I told him it is not available in the correct online version. But if you have on-prem version, these features are there. So I explained him, but if instead of he sending me message directly one-to-one, if he would have like if he communicate that with the customer and give his confirmation, okay, these things is possible with this technology, it can create some problem for him, even for like for organization it because we are not sure about that response, and also that response did not mention anything. Okay, this was available in the previous version. It is not available, or it is available for on-prem version, not for cloud version. So these informations are not there. With that, sometime we might commit to someone something which is not available, and it can create some kind of problem to even for organization, for individual. And obviously the accuracy is the another factor. Like if we are using it in some sensitive areas, or let's say in some health related application, how can we assure that it is giving the correct answer, or it is giving the current suggestion for that health related problem? I don't think we can justify that. Maybe in the future we might get some releases which will come with some different kind of um, uh, response with some kind of references, or like what is the fact behind this article. Then we will get assured, okay, let's that is the reason it is coming, because it has been given by a platform and they have mentioned the accuracy is this, or this is the person behind this, or this is the reference. So then we can assure that answer is correct. And another one question, can it replace Google? Another question that is not here. Can it replace developer? So those are a bit of, very high level controversy, but I don't see near sooner they are going to replace it, because still my own experience I'm sharing. I tried to search some answer. I got it, but it did not work for me. Then again, I need to go back to the Google. But one advantage with this is that, like I shared one hour my DevOps conversation within this session. Like I can get the idea, I can get the steps, I can get that concrete process. But for verify or to get more accurate, I might need to go Google again, because that the code it has shared, if I try, I'm almost 90% sure it will not work in first time. So again, what I will do, I'll ask again another one time, because it is giving only one response. I have to try that. And if it did not work, then what I will do, I'll go to Google and I'll search, and I'll go to someone, those, because many people are contributing. I can go and I can find someone with authentic person who has a, like they, whenever someone author is writing, they write all the reference details. With that, I will be assured, okay, this will work. So this is another thing. And can it replace the developer? Not now, not sooner, and I don't think in the future it can. But the application of this can automate our process. It can increase our efficiency. That is what I believe. Let's say I can develop a solution in 100 days. Using it, we can reduce maybe time duration. We can reduce, effort. But somehow you need application of AI comes with the use of human, it cannot replace anyway. That is what I believe. But it can, different people comes with their own thought. So even if someone is in our meeting, if they want to share something, they want to share their thought, I'll be happy to come and discuss this thing, because this is one new topic and it will make us, a kind of more interesting to discuss these topics.